Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Please silence all phones and electronic devices. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2025 U.S. Army Medical Center of Excellence Best Medic Competition Ceremony, hosted by Major General McQueen, Commanding General, U.S. Army Medical Center of Excellence, and Command Sergeant Major Gonzalez, Command Sergeant Major, U.S. Army Medical Center of Excellence. This morning, we would like to welcome our distinguished guests, Mr. Joseph Holland, Deputy to the Commanding General, and Mr. Randy Herrig, Mr. Erwin DeLuna, and Mr. Claus Hyde, Distinguished Quartermasters. We would also like to welcome our special guests, brigade and battalion command teams, directorates, soldiers, and civilians of the Medical Center of Excellence. We are honored by your presence. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation by the Medical Center of Excellence Chaplain Gerald Woodford, followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Good morning. Please join me in this ceremonial invocation for this great event. Dear God, we gather today to give honor to whom honor is due. We are truly thankful for our combat medics who play a critical role in the health and sustainment of our warfighters on the current and future battlefields. As those who represent us with distinction, we are truly proud of the accomplishment these warrior medics continue to remind them to be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for your Lord, your God, is with you wherever you go. It is truly an honor and privilege to always have you as our advocate. You have proven time and time again you are faithful. Help us to emulate your faithfulness. As we support and defend the Constitution of these United States, we offer this prayer in faith through your holy name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today to recognize the winners of our Best Medic competition. Each competitor participated in a grueling 2 days of continuous operations designed to measure each competitor's medical knowledge, technical and tactical skills, physical endurance, mental toughness, and overall combat readiness in an austere and stressful environment. During the Best Medic competition, test lanes included a physical fitness assessment, warrior tasks and battle drills, medical tasks, a water survival test, written test, day and night land navigation, combat run, a litter obstacle course, and concluded with a forced 12-mile ruck march. These soldiers demonstrated that they have what it takes to overcome stress, fatigue, and chaos in order to be combat effective and to be recognized as MEDCoE's best medics. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's competitors are from the 187th Medical Battalion, Team 4, Captain Thomas Garcia and Sergeant First Class Gregory Gilbert. From the 188th Medical Battalion, Team 6, Staff Sergeant Devin Lindberg and Sergeant First Class Mike Griffin. From the 232nd Medical Battalion, Team 2, Staff Sergeant Michael Konitzer and Staff Sergeant Christopher Tweedell. Team 3, Staff Sergeant Jung Ho Park and Sergeant First Class Lucas Ryder. From the 264th Medical Battalion, Team 1, Staff Sergeant Stephen Cox and Staff Sergeant Brandon Sullick. Team 5, Sergeant First Class Jack Dunn and Staff Sergeant Michael Haynes. Please join me in a round of applause in recognition of all of the competitors and their tireless efforts. Competitors, you may be seated. In a moment, we will announce the winner of the MEDCoE's Best Medic competition. Our Best Medic winners will go on to compete at the Army Best Medic competition in January 2026. Before we announce this year's winners, please enjoy this short video recapping the competition.
So today, candidates are going to complete a 1-mile run. Then they're going to go directly, they're going to sprint from the 1-mile track into a 30 dead stop push-up. Once they complete the 30 dead stop push-ups, they're going to then run 100 meters down to the LMTVs, conduct a 16 sandbag throw onto the LMTVs, turn around, grab their 2 5-gallon water jugs, sprint 50 meters, drop the water jugs, and then go into a 25-meter high crawl, complete that into a 25-meter low crawl, to sprint from the track back to complete another 1 mile.
Today we are testing the soldiers that are the candidates participating in the Best Medic competition to assess their land navigation skills here at the Advanced Land Nav course TS-31 at Camp Bullis.
I'm going to shift loosen and shivvy this time.
I'm about to change.
Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Major General McQueen, Commanding General, U.S. Army Medical Center of Excellence.
Well, thank you. And before I jump into my remarks real quick, I did want to make mention first to the G3 team that really kind of led through this effort here in the scheduling. I'm not sure how they did it, but Sergeant Major and I came out both mornings and observed some of the training and got to see it. And in good Army training, in a good Army training way, I guess I'd say, somehow they were able to work with the weather folks and get the weather folks to cooperate for this week's training. Because the first morning we were out, it was just cold. The second morning we got cold and a little moisture as well. And then for their road march last night, probably a little moisture as well. And so, it's not good Army training unless you've got good weather to go with it. And for those that competed, oh, by the way, I looked at the forecast next week. It looks pretty good, sun and 70s. And so thank the G3 for the scheduling as well. But, great job on executing that. I also, before I jump in, especially after I was debating if I was going to go there on this, but after watching that video, as we got to get out and observe the training, one of the things that really jumped out at me, because I would be willing to bet that as these teams signed up for the competition, we didn't detail them, for a long period of time like most companies. If you've been around a few competitions, even the Best Ranger competition, Sapper and others, I've seen it where, that these individuals get detailed and you don't see them for a year because all they're doing is training for that competition. I would suspect that that's not the case here. I would suspect that they were all continuing working their jobs that they're assigned and teaching and instructing and doing those types of things and take care of soldiers. Meanwhile, trying to get ready as best they could for the competition itself. And I mentioned that because as we got to observe them, what really jumped, and I really wish the soldiers down the hill and most of our soldiers in training could have seen what we saw. What I saw was soldiers and non-commissioned officers and officers, getting after it. And it may not have been perfect in everything that they did, but I walked away and I left there that they had competence in what we expect a soldier to be able to do and those skills and be able to execute the medical skill sets as well. And they've maintained that at the same time that they're doing, whatever job it is they're assigned to do here. And the second thing that I walked away from that I talk to the soldiers about all the time from a resilience standpoint, I never saw any quit in them. It was dark, it was cold, it was wet, and they were just getting after it and continuing. And so if you could join me in another round of applause for our 12 candidates here that participated. So again, I want to say thank you to our distinguished guests, Mr. Randy Herrig and Mr. Erwin DeLuna and Mr. Klaus Hyde, our distinguished quartermasters. Gentlemen, thank you all for being here this morning. It means a lot to us having your presence here. To our command teams, our families, friends, and most importantly, our competitors who we just recognized, who have spent the last few days discovering a few of their new muscles that I'm certain have not been exercised in that way in quite some time and didn't know that they existed. But thank you for being here as we recognize the best of the best across the Medical Center of Excellence. And I guess I should probably say across the 32nd Medical Brigade, since I think all the teams come from the brigade for this particular competition. Let me again start by saying this. Whether you serve as a combat medic, a healthcare specialist, or in another medical specialty, because we've got them all. I think I met at least a 70 Bravo, a 68 Victor. I think there was a 68 Kilo among the group, so we were well represented. You represent the technical excellence and readiness expected of all of our medical professionals. Few soldiers carry a burden as heavy or a purpose as profound as those trained to preserve a life on the battlefield. When everything is on the line, when minutes matter, and when a teammate's future depends on skill under pressure, it's you that step up. To all the competitors, our two-man teams, you didn't just arrive here today, you earned your place. You've put in the reps in the past, the training, and the teamwork required to perform under pressure. That commitment is what sets you apart. And for those in the audience, if you didn't compete this time, set your goal for next year. Train, learn, and challenge yourself. Pursue tough qualifications like the EFMB, not for a badge, but to master the craft of Army medicine. These teams standing before you today show what is possible. These last few days tested you physically, mentally, tactically, and clinically. And though in it all, you demonstrated what makes the Army medical professional such a uniquely remarkable warrior. You don't just treat injuries, you run towards chaos when others would hesitate, you remain calm under pressure, and you make impossible moments survivable. These events don't just measure fitness or knowledge, they reveal character. They expose who has the discipline to keep going when the body wants to quit, and who has the clarity to think when exhaustion clouds your judgment. You prove that you do. Competitors, when you leave today with a medal or simply a sore legs or a great story to tell, you remind us why the combat medic badge, an expert field medical badge, or even more importantly, the call for a medic are the most represented symbols in our Army. Because when the conditions get tough, when the mission grows uncertain, and when soldiers need care in the worst moments of their lives, you are ready when they call. I also want to recognize the cadre, the planners, evaluators, and support teams who, just like you, were out in the elements and late in the evenings and night and in the early mornings. And even with the event postponed due to furlough, you rapidly restructured and executed a competition of this caliber. Your ability to deliver under pressure reflects your commitment to excellence, ensuring that our soldiers are tested in the way that it matters. Ways that directly mirror the realities of large-scale combat operations. And thank you for building an event worthy of the warrior standing before us today. And to the families and leaders who stood behind these competitors, thank you for your support makes this level of performance possible. This competition doesn't just test technical skill, it reveals character and resilience. It shows who keeps pushing when no one is watching, who thinks clearly when the body is tired, and who can apply a tourniquet correctly under pressure at 0 dark 30. But even with chaos, noise, and realism of those scenarios, you never wavered. That unwavering dedication is why our winners today have earned their place on this stage and the opportunity to compete at the Army level. As we honor our winners today, remember that victory isn't achieved in a single event. It comes from relentless discipline, early mornings, late nights, countless repetitions, and the quiet decision to keep improving long after others would stop. The soldiers recognized today have earned this moment through years of a commitment to mastery. To our winners, wear this title like the badge of honor it is, with the pride, but also with humility. Let it fuel your continued growth and inspire those you lead. You are not just champions of this competition, you are standard bearers for the entire medical force. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence, to our soldiers, and to the mission of Army medicine. To conserve the fighting strength, thank you.
At this time, the CG and the Command Sergeant Major will present a plaque to the 2025 Medical Center of Excellence Best Medic Competition second place team. Ladies and gentlemen, the second place team of the 2025 MEDCoE Best Medic Competition are from the 188th Medical Battalion, Team 6, Staff Sergeant Devin Lindberg and Sergeant First Class Mike Griffin. At this time, the CG and Command Sergeant Major will present the awards to the 2025 Medical Center of Excellence Best Medic Competition winners. We ask that you please remain seated during the presentation of the awards and the publishing of the orders. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the 2025 MEDCoE Best Medic Competition are from the 187th Medical Battalion, Team 4, Captain Thomas Garcia and Sergeant First Class Gregory Gilbert. The MEDCoE Best Medics are being presented with the Army Commendation Medal. Attention to orders. The Army Commendation Medal is presented to Captain Thomas Garcia and Sergeant First Class Gregory Gilbert for meritorious achievement as members of the 2025 U.S. Army Medical Center of Excellence Best Medic Team. Their professionalism, motivation, physical fitness, and mental stamina resulted in their selection above their peers. Their professional excellence and dedication are in keeping with the highest standards of military service and reflect great credit upon themselves, the United States Army Medical Center of Excellence, and the United States Army. Signed, Anthony McQueen, Major General Commanding. They will also receive each a trophy from the Medical Center of Excellence. At this time, will the second place team please take their place on stage for a group photo? Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. Army Medical Center of Excellence, Command Sergeant Major Gonzalez.
Thank you. I'll try to earn that applause, but thank you very much. Yeah, they just finished the script this morning. I didn't know I was going to give remarks, so. But anyway, yeah, I just want to echo CG's comments, gratitude to the team, G357 team, Sergeant Major Khan, and then Sergeant Major Robinson, or Master Sergeant Robinson, soon to be Sergeant Major Robinson. And then the 32nd Med Brigade, all the support personnel, NCO Academy, thank you very much. I saw a lot of those folks out there doing all that. And then, of course, all the staff that helped out in G1. You know, I want to talk about a little bit about potential. And I talk about it a lot when I go and visit and talk to groups of NCOs and soldiers. It's unlimited. If you believe that, it's unlimited. So, like I told the team here, day one, all the competitors, right? Thank you for raising your hand, knowing what it takes, knowing that these things have gotten crazily physical in the last few years, all these competitions. I'm not even sure we can call them best medic anymore. It's just best ruck marcher or something, but they've gotten crazy. But you took on that challenge. And everybody listen to me, civilians, officers, NCOs, soldiers. If you can hear me, you can do it. You believe in yourself, you're halfway there. If you think you can, you can. It just takes act. Just start small, act now, and work on it, right? There's goals. You need to set goals and milestones and do that. So I really appreciate this team and many others that volunteered, but the time frame, changing the dates, kind of just didn't work out for them. But really, I'll tell you, I mean, just the tip of the iceberg in potential. You have to believe in yourself. And I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but in the famous words of Ted Lasso, right? I believe in you, and I believe in belief, right? I believe in you. You can do it. And thank you all so much for the team here. Really excited for January. Short, flash to bang. I think about just over a month and a half is the next competition. But with that, and then I got to give the standard Sergeant Major safety brief, right? So you guys have been logged down for the past few days. You guys are exhausted. You're tired. Everything hurts. As you go off, probably take a little bit downtime this weekend. I'll urge you, the shop bed and Class 6 would love to run out of beer, but please don't help them in that endeavor. All right, be safe, have fun. You've earned a nice, relaxing weekend, so enjoy. And again, thank you all. Thank you, Chaplain. Thank you, Sergeant Foster. Again, nailed the national anthem. Thank you very much. And everybody involved with this ceremony. Thank you.
At this time, will the first place winners for the 2025 Army Best Medic competition please come to the center of the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to welcome our sponsor, Mr. Blauvet, First Command, to present the winners with a gift. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude our ceremony, we ask that you please stand and join along as we sing the Army song. At the completion of the Army song, the competitors will be standing by at the stage, and we welcome you to come and congratulate them all. Thank you for attending today's ceremony. This concludes today's ceremony.